Welcome to Thinking is Contagious. Just to follow up, continue reading the John Bolton book, The Room Where It Happened, and probably about pretty close, 2/3 of the way through the book. Definitely goes after Trump as far as being flighty in the sense of easy, changes his mind and inconsistent, and sort of makes it very difficult to very difficult to work for, because you never really know where you stand. That's the point Bolton tries to make, I think, on Trump. He also says that Trump has difficulty in distinguishing between what is in the best interest of Donald Trump and what is the best interest of the country. You know, that's an opinion, but I go back to a rising tide lifts all ships. The John F. Kennedy quote that I've used so many times. Obviously, as long as it's not a decision based on something that's detrimental to the country, if he's also invoking or including decisions that make him look good and at the same time are to the benefit of the country, I don't have a problem with that. I think that, you know, he has an ego, and that ego cuts both ways, and it's helped us tremendously with the trade agreements, which have been acknowledged by the left and the right as superior agreements, the ones Trump has entered into, and they've proven themselves, whether they acknowledge them or not, they've proven themselves in reality to be far superior agreements. So I think that I don't have as big an issue. You know, Trump has his warts. We all know it. He's his own worst enemy. He's not a strong orator. He's not a strong communicator. He lacks tact. But again, do you want tact, which the swamp dwellers are very, very well versed with, or do you want telling you what's going on, telling you how it is, and not sugarcoating it? And I think I'm going to opt for the telling me how it is. So those are the things so far I've garnered against Trump. But what I will tell you, and I've mentioned this before, and I invite you to read the book. And you can get it on audio if you don't want to read it. You can listen to it. I invite you to read the book, The Room Where It Happened by John Bolton. And what is a recurring theme is the disaster. And I'm not holding back here. I am telling you, every aspect of the presidency that Bolton touches on in his book, foreign affairs, domestic affairs, the economy, the pandemic, internal decisions, jobs, race, divisiveness in the country, every topic that Bolton speaks on, he makes unequivocal, clear reference to the complete disaster that was the Obama-Biden administration. The Nicaragua situation, Cuba, Venezuela, China, Iran, forget about it. He says Obama is built up Iran, okay? When they were about to die on the vine, Obama infused them with the capital they needed to continue their reign of terror and killing Americans. Obama likes to talk about blood on people's hands. Let me tell you, you got a lot of blood on your hands, okay? And Benghazi, let's not forget Benghazi. But Bolton is crystal clear that the Obama-Biden administration was in over their heads, inept, clueless. He stopped short of saying fraudulent, but definitely self-serving. And now you know why that book, which was such a big threat that was being held out, it was the gauntlet that was being held out against Trump, that the book was going to have these revelations that were going to impeach him again. Okay, now you know why you haven't heard squat about the book. And I'm telling you, but I ask you to read it. But I'm telling you why you haven't heard. Because if they use the book as a reference, Obama Biden is history. If I was the Trump campaign, I would just sit and read excerpts from Bolton's book and see how they reflect on Joe Biden. Okay? Biden's complicity with China, complicity with Iran, it's outrageous. There's an excerpt in the book, not an excerpt, there's a portion of the book that, I didn't know this, but do you know that Obama and Kerry, John Kerry under Obama, they basically nullified the Monroe Doctrine, which prevents the expansion of anti-American states or regimes or in the Western Hemisphere. Obviously, we look the other way with Cuba, but do you know that Kerry and Obama did that? As I mentioned before, the billions, the hundreds of billions of dollars delivered to Iran on a pallet, cash. The hundreds of billions of dollars in aid delivered to them is what allowed them to continue killing, torturing, beheading Americans and other citizens throughout the world. So that's the reason why you don't hear anything about the Bolton book. I'm going to give you a final program on it once I'm done reading it completely. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. If there's anything earth-shaking that comes up against Trump, I'll definitely let you know about it. Switching pages this morning on CNBC, Nancy Pelosi talking trash. She was taken to task by the Republican gentleman, and a senator, and I forget his name, that was on before her. And she couldn't defend herself at all, or the Democrats on their posture about the new aid bill. And all she did was go after Trump, attack Trump, belittle Trump. There is no defense. There is no avenue of attack against Trump as far as his job as president. So they've taken the perfect talking head in Pelosi, a person who has total and utter disdain and hatred for the man personally, and made her the mouthpiece. Be not at all confused that the only reason that they keep Pelosi around is because of the rancor, anger, and bitterness that she gladly, gleefully, and from the heart can display against Donald Trump. Finally, there's a clip out on the internet of Kamala Harris expounding on the virtues of a Harris-Biden administration. She then quickly corrects herself, Biden-Harris administration. But the Freudian slip is there. The Trojan horse continues to be Joe Biden. And the praying mantis continues to be Kamala Harris. Fortunately, we won't have to worry about any of this because it is going to be a Trump victory. I will watch gleefully the election night on MSNBC. Be prepared. I will tell you this. Be prepared for anger, rioting, looting, the inciting of violence by the left, by the Democrats, by the liberals, the questioning of the election that will occur. There will be dangerous events that occur after Trump wins the election. You must keep yourself safe. You must keep yourself sane and healthy. Avoid confrontation with the oh-so-tolerant left, because election night, the little tolerance that they have, that they can exhibit now because the polls are telling them that they're good, like the Hillary polls told them they were good, that little bit of tolerance that they're willing to listen to you without cutting your head off is going to rapidly go away when Joe Biden is left in ashes. Thinking is contagious, people. The liberals are feverishly, fervently, and incessantly looking for a vaccine that they can give in order to stop its spread. You can make sure that the spread continues by sharing this, subscribing to this channel, and making sure that our word gets out, and that if one vote can turn up at the voting booth for Donald Trump because of your effort to spread this and spread the word, we've done our job. Let's work diligently to get the president reelected, and let's look for 2024 and see if we can get an FDR situation going, because it'll be very easy to justify that for the good of this country, after the exhibits we've seen of violence, of vandalism, of open season on police officers, of the anarchy, of the taking over of cities and municipal and state buildings, federal buildings, after all that we've seen, to not have a Trump presidency definitely endangers the welfare of all citizens, no matter what side of the aisle you sit on. Let's continue moving forward, pushing forward. Thank you for your time.